We are bound by the blood of martyrs. With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
But a faithful herald of the righteous wrath. Actions will speak louder than words. And so it shall be done. I will not be deterred. And so shall it be done. Rejoice in service. Actions will speak louder than words. Rejoice in service. Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps. Your defiance is futile.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all... I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty.
The Divine watches over us. Let us walk this path to the end. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. We are bound by the blood of martyrs. Know your duty.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your...
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after a...
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Even among his flock, not all of...
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck.
I beg your forgiveness.
So, why are you here? You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry... It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets. Perhaps. Yesterday you were just another servant of the Imperium. One of the faceless multitudes. Today, visitors in the von Valancius colors come to you without any explanation and escort you to a vessel that departs for the far-off Coronis expanse. But blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and as... Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if one could not in good faith describe your background as one of exemplary service to the Imperium. However, I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend...
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as the Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand that... Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require... You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal.
May the blessings of the Divine grant us the courage and strength.
Let the blood flow! Look out! It's gonna hurt!
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Weapon at the ready. Ah! Death to the heretics! Death to the weak! Your end is
suffered
near.
worse.
Death to non-believers!
step towards our ultimate victory. Your corrupt way has failed. And so it shall be done.
Chaos guides me.
Just a minor setback.
I serve the ruinous powers. Name them! Make them plead! For now. Fully appear!
Follow my lead. I took care of this one. Reduced to dust.
Break them around. For the glory of the Imperium.
May the Divine's will be done! I won't suffer this. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
I've suffered worse.
No mercy for heretics!
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space.
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartment.
Trust me, this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root. All it takes is a hint of warp influence to cloud.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done.
Mort, hold yourself.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness?
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived...
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are...
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back...
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Not everything in your power. You will do as I say.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. I see you have quickly earned Lady Theodora's trust. If she is already sharing her closely guarded... Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can... Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to... I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I... Did you forget something? High
levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Request accepted. Initiating.
There is still another way!
Let us walk this path to the end.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house, and a means of communicating with the rogue traders. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating.
The Divine watches over us!
Run, fools, or fall! Master, whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve... What? Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfare, you void rat. Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the... What advice do you seek? Let me help.
With you at my side, victory is within our grasp.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the immaterium. Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps, if we get thrown off course, you sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Vox cast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same? Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. Absolutely.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader in...
You will die for the powers.
Don't you dare to cross us!
Come to chaos. Out of my way!
Crush the feeble!
I serve the ruinous powers!
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Careful now. At your beck and call. Brace yourself, Avalon!
Guides me!
I will not be deterred. Your corrupt way has failed you. Rejoice in service, and so shall it be done. The Emperor, let this be the warning to all who oppose us. Actions will speak louder than words.
Death to the weak! Ah!
I took care of this one. Indeed.
Death to non-believers!
Heresy grows from idleness. Let the faith guide my path to glory!
On the threshold of the blinded guide, doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old...
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship.
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Von Valancius.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor.
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrats like me and...
Blast it. You're right. First, we...
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees? The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the...
What? You don't mean...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares. Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death. How may I serve the dynasty?
Know your duty.
The whispers are getting louder. All of you will bleed!
Here we go.
Reduced to dust! It will be done.
Rejoice in service. And so, the Emperor commands, and so shall it be done. Rejoice in another step towards our ultimate victory. Actions will speak louder than words.
That is not my destiny. Anything else? Farewell.
At your beck and call.
My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. The Emperor commands. I will not be deterred.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded. Exhausted. Fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head.
Your time is short. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. I'll seal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words of me. Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not the run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. The urge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete.
A rite. A sacrifice offered.
What? Conrad betrayed Lady Theodora? Oh, but... You can't! It's only thanks to Master Vespider that we're still alive. If he falls, this whole ship is doomed.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the...
Vespiders, good luck. And thank you.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on
We shall
Tactica
reclaim what is
Imperialis
rightfully
and
ours.
weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these...
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite...
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by a...
Very well. We may... I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that...
Massacre, my lord! And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw... Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84...
Through this door. I shall join...
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through...
Good to hear it.
Ready, mate.
No suffering will make me forget his sacred words. Birth.
I will deliver furious retribution!
Your Emperor won't save you!
this mortal flesh means nothing.
Guides me.
I've suffered worse. I will do my one fewer target. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. Reduced to dust!
I'm not so sure. But of course.
I am your doom.
My ears are ringing.
I'll do it. As the Emperor none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Out of my way!
Rejoice in service. And so shall it be done. Actions will speak louder than words. Your corrupt way has failed you.
I serve the ruinous powers. Chaos guides me.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Anything else? Will do. Anything else?
Death to the weak! Ah!
Faith without deeds eradicated.
And so shall it be done.
Needless torture to fight like this!
Death to non-believers!
One fewer target. Victory is imminent.
Cover me! On it.
Let us walk this path to the end. I rise above hardships. The Divine watches over us. Let the faith guide my path to glory. Know your duty. The duty prevails. Accomplished! We are bound by the blood of martyrs. I rise above hardships. The duty prevails. With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
The Emperor favors me today. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is out.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but... I can lead you out of these flames. Show you a...
Do not listen to this abomination. If you There is naught but his light in your heart. To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Let the faith
Where did
guide.
she eat? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
Through my service.
Accomplished. Know your duty.
Too late! We are too late! Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So...
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. Let us walk this path to the end.
Over there!
I need to look closer. The Divine watches over us! With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. Know your duty.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls. No! Lord Captain,
Lord Captain. First, how could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had light...
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces, tainted witchcraft. Yes, No, wait!
Idira.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh, no.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. My soul is ablaze with righteous fury.
Let the blood flow!
I will do my duty.
Rejoice in service! I will never fight our steps towards our ultimate victory. The Emperor commands.
God, Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Strike is a prayer.
I'll do it.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated.
But of course.
It will be done.
Actions with your corrupt way has failed you. And so shall it be done.
Doubt is for the weak.
Be gone!
I will endure.
Gray hair sure
Your end is nigh. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. Let us walk this path to the end. I rise above hardships. Let the faith guide my path to glory.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already...
Then we have no right to... We are out of time! No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. Accursed trait!
What? Theodora is dead.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Close ranks!
I will not be deterred! Rejoice! Your defiance is futile. And so it shall be done. Actions will speak louder than words. I will not be deterred. Rejoice in service.
My faith strengthens me. Follow my lead.
Weather the storm!
suffered worse. Just a minor setback.
I'll do it. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
My prescience has failed me.
Was that you? Or... Will do. Anything else?
High momentum.
At your beck and call. For von Valancius! Indeed.
Stay vigilant. The Emperor commands. And so shall it be done.
Follow my lead.
It's nothing! Guided by faith! I'll do it. Strike is a prayer.
Will do. Anything else?
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
of chaos. For the glory of my masters!
I will not be deterred! And so shall it be. Power resides in the will of the righteous!
Abelard, not you.
Doubt is for the weak and educated. Injuries will not slow me. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I've never felt pain like this. On it. Was that you? Or...
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. The witch has fallen. Leave her to rot. I will avenge you. To my Emperor. From the ashes, I will rise.
Let my enemies tremble. at the sound of my steps.
The first sacrifice opens the eye.
Help has arrived? Got him. Then we... We are out.
What?
Edel! Your ritual won't be
Heretic to live!
Rejoice in service. The Emperor commands. And so shall it be done. Rejoice in service.
Reduced to dust! My ears are ringing.
Rejoice in battle!
Faith without deed. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. Strike is a prayer.
Follow my lead.
What is this foreboding? Anything else?
Chaos guides me.
Moving out.
I shall endure everything with unshakable faith. I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. Actions will speak louder than words. And so shall it be done. This is beyond me. Brace yourself, Abelard!
At your beck and call, I took care of this one. We'll rule the stars themselves. Indeed. One fewer tongue. It will be done. A tactically sound approach.
Mocking me. Soul shall become like fire. Ministration is a holy task. I'll do it. That is not the Emperor's will.
Weapon at the ready.
Stop it! Will do. On it.
Break them around.
The witch has fallen. Leave her to rot. Pain cleanses the body.
My armor is contempt. I will not. Rejoice in service has been judged and found wanting. May my wrath be thy undoing. The Emperor. And so shall it be done. Rejoice in service.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I'm not interested.
Blessed be the hand of the healer. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Pain is temporary. Legacy is forever. Another step towards our ultimate victory. The Divine watches over us!
The air. Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wick.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius.
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not...
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own?
Lead them, mortal.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the...
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weak.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal. The Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable.
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory.
Seneschal, will you tell us now?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony...
The deed is done, Master.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
you.